Hi guys, welcome to FreeToBeFit Pilo-Yoga workout. Let's roll our mats and get started. Come down to the mat. Put your feet in a more or less, this is not a lotus position because just an easy sitting Sukhasana position. Close your eyes and let's just stay here for 6 breaths. If needed, take your fleshy parts out of it so you can actually sit on the sit bones. Think about if your body is hinging forward or too much back and you're leaning into your knees. So with your hands grabbing onto your knees, we want to create a vertical, fully vertical position, smiling collarbones, proud chest, crown of the head is lifting high. And it's getting more weightless, you can feel your abs starting to engage to make sure that you maintain that erect position. Relax through the shoulders. Fingertips point down, grounding yourself, and breathe. Focus on the breath, the inhalations and the exhalations, the raise and the fall of the chest and the abs. Take one more full breath and let's switch legs to even it out, and we'll do again 6 breaths. Again, take out the fleshy parts so you can actually sit on the sit bones. Shoulder blades back, tailbone grounded. Breathing all the way fully through the chest and the abs. Without too much effort, natural full breaths. From here you can either maintain your eyes closed or open, and it will twist towards the right. Think about inhaling, lengthening, filing the space between the vertebrae, and then exhaling and twist it right where the baby ribs are. So we're not twisting the hips are still facing forward, we're just gently twisting towards the right. From here, if you have a block, you can grab, your block can be with your hand, because for example, I have a long torso, so my hands are usually, I don't tippy fingers, just in the tips of the fingers to get to the back. Think about pressing that left arm into that right knee, so you're creating a position. That left hip, right, that hip against, away from which you're twisting, grounded. So really press it, and actually think about pressing it into the ground. So we got opposition and dynamic tension. Your right arm is on the mat. The left arm is actively pressing into the knee while the left hip is pressing into the floor. And just gently look in the direction of your shoulder. Don't crank your neck too much. Try to pull away that left shoulder from the ear so it's not riding up, but rather lengthening through the neck. Stay here. Couple more breaths. Now inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, come to the center. Take your hands and put them on your eyes. Switch the legs. Relax the head and the neck and the shoulders, so there's no tension in your traps. It's just in this area over here. And breathe. It's nice to put away the light. It's a lot of stimulation. It's just going to numb your senses, relax your eyes. And breathe. And take a last breath. Release your hands. Take the right hand. So now we're twisting into the opposite direction. First lengthen. Left hand goes to the back. You can grab a block if it's more comfortable. You can find more length so you're not collapsing into yourself or overly arching, because this is not a chest opener. It's a twist. We're facilitating the stretching of the back muscles and the obliques. Take your right hand, place it right above the knee. So not on the knee, but right above it. From here, inhale, exhale, and twist from the baby ribs to the left. Right hip just like that, just like the left, If you think about it, you will notice the shift in the weight in your hips. So you want equal weight in both hips. Right hip is anchored, and you're shifting to the left. Shoulder blades gliding down. Active arms, close your eyes. Feeling a twist, stretch, but also tension in the back. So we're strengthening and lengthening at the same time. What a treat. So you're fighting on the one hand the hip. You're not really fighting, but it's natural. If you lean to the left, the hip wants to come with you. What we want is to eat core engagement, so your abs should be working to ground that hip. So working a little bit of core, which is interesting. You think you can't work a core in a twist. I mean, if you're doing restorative yoga and you're lying in a twist, it's perfect. There is non-dominant tension, but right now we're trying to do both. Exhale, come to the center. And you can twist a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right, just to release the tension that's built up. From this point, let's extend our feet a little bit more forward in the butterfly position. Take your hands, grab them around the feet. If you can't, grab a strap, put them around your feet, and pull yourself towards it. So the goal is, what you're trying to do, you're grabbing the hands, the knees are trying to open up. To help them, we'll place the elbows on our shins and try to press them down. Look towards the navel. Press the arms actively. So this is a little different from when we're sitting in the butterfly, when we're right here. I'm also trying to stretch the upper part of the back. That's why the legs are slightly out. So if you can see from the side, I would say this is more of a variation. So if you can see from the side, I'm pressing in, but I'm also trying to lengthen right here from the thoracic spine away. Release the head. So it's not going to work quite as well if the legs are really close, because the weight of the head will want a little bit length, and this is where that stretch comes in. Stay here for 6 breaths. And the name for this is Tadasana. And the weight of the head will help you stretch the erectus spinae, so that's that muscle that goes all the way in the back. Inhale, come up. Place your knees together, place your hands behind you just for a counter stretch. Press your hands, so your hands, the palms of the hand is under the shoulders. Elbows slightly bent. What we're trying to create is nice line, nice neutral spine. But from here, we're going to try to grow out ourselves in a little chest opener. Head in neutral, so don't jerk it too much and don't try to squeeze an orange in between your chest. We're really just trying to stretch back. From here, release your hands. So 2 options. The closer the feet are, the harder it is. The further out, the further out and the more they're off the ground, the harder it is. The closer, the easier it is. Let's find a position where you can maintain a nice neutral spine. So we're not sinking through the back, compromising it. You're sitting on top of your sit bones. Sit up straight first. Let's just have a good nice start. Sit up straight. So you can see my spine is neutral. I still have a little curvature in the lower back. This is just how I walk. It's all natural. So we don't want to exaggerate. We're going to sink it in. Sit straight. From here, we're going to just hinge back. Hinge as much as back while you can maintain that spine. Hands in front of you. Feet together and hug in the midline. You're really trying to press them together, because the moment I let go, my lower back let go, because it's all connected. Sit up straight, shoulder blades back. We're going to twist to the right, come to the center, open up, twist to the, come to the center. Sometimes, if you want a little bit break, you can actually come up in the center and then sit back. So if you're a beginner, coming up in the center will help you to stay in the motion, which keeps the heart rate up. without compromising the lower back. We got 3 more. So it's 6 total. We're working, where should you feel it? Keep on going. You should be feeling it right here in the low abs, so that little pooch area that a lot of us are trying to get rid of. This is, excuse me, breakfast. This is where we're working in. We're also working the inner thighs. Keep on going. You probably have a few more. Working the inner thighs with the connection. And the beauty of this, you're also working a little bit of the upper body, because you need to work from the back body for this to do it correctly without compromising the position. Last one. And if you're advanced, you can extend your arms and legs. Woo. Out straight, just like for the boat. Come to the center, flip your legs under for the Kakrasana, so the cat cow. Knees under the hips, neutral spine, shoulders stacked over the elbows, over the wrists. You can tuck the toes under or over, so dorsiflexion or plantar flexion, doesn't really matter, it depends on you. You can get a little stretch if you actually dorsiflex, which, you know, it's always nice, because most cases we have a lot of range of motion going this way, and then very limited this way, especially if you're a woman on high heels, your calves are probably shortened, so this is a nice good stretch. From here, close your eyes, drive your shoulder blades back. We got star hand fingers, we got the energy traveling up the hands, shoulder blades driving back. First, let's inhale and start tucking the tailbone under. So stay with me. First goes the tailbone, then the lower back, just one vertebra at a time. Now thoracic spine, and now the neck. And you're really pressing away the floor from yourself. Stay here, lower abs engaged. Now let's reverse it. Exhale. First go the head. So it's not the hips that goes first. Stay with me. It's the head first. Under that, lengthen the collarbone so you're sinking in, and then thoracic, and under the last one is the tailbone. Now let's reverse it. Tailbone under, so the head is still in neutral, the upper body is not moving, and then goes the lumbar. Keep exhaling as if you inhale, exhaling really hard, trying to squeeze into the jeans, and then the thoracic, so you're pressing away like the hollow push-up, and then goes the head. Now let's reverse it. First goes the head, so that's cervical, then you're sinking through the spine, so you still have that whole position in the abs. Then you're sinking through the collarbones are smiling, thoracic, and on the last goes the tailbone. Now go ahead and repeat it at your own speed. 3 more. Make sure that there is a slight bend in the elbows, even when you're pressing away. Just a teeny slight bend. And last one. The thing is, you're really creating the connection between your abs, and you're creating space in each vertebra when you do it. Sit back into the child pose. Extend your arms. There are 2 options. If you need to accommodate any of the area here, you'll put your feet out so you can sit back comfortably. Sometimes if you have tight lower back, putting the knees together actually creates a nice space, nice cushion for your lower back, and you can get a little bit of the stretch right here where your tailbone is. Extend your arms out. Try to walk them as far as possible, and then once you can't walk out them anymore, think about driving your shoulder blades back. So they will move back slightly, but what you're doing is you're creating the connection and the tension in the upper back, which will help you in all the like the handstands and the pull-ups and the push-ups. You're trying to work right from here, because just the arms can't handle it. Let's do it a few more times. Walk all your hands out, and then drive your shoulders blades back. Think about staying heavy in the hips. One more. And then drive them back. At this point, bend your elbows and grab your hands behind your back. So it's right here over your head. So it's not behind your back, it's over your head. And the same thing. You're walking your elbows out and then driving your shoulder blades back so you can actually get a stretch in the tricep. And let's extend the arms and bring it up. Extend the arms and bring it up. Few more. Keep on breathing. Also, you can sit on a block, so you can place a block under your bum. If you need to raise yourself up, it always helps. From here, what you're going to do is you extend your arms out, release the arms, extend them out parallel. And then you will come up on your head, stretching that back. But don't put too much pressure. Especially if you're a beginner, you need to really strengthen the neck muscles. But this is really good to stretch the back. Let's do 4 more. The back of the neck. And of course you got your hands to support yourself. So if you're feeling too much pressure on your head, press away with the palms of your head and the forearms from the floor. Don't forget to breathe. Oh, that was good. Just stay here, close your eyes. Breathe. Keep on breathing. At this point, what you're going to do, make star hand fingers. So we just created the connection for the upper back. Shift your weight up, so you're going in a kind of kneeling forearm stand. Tuck your toes under, raise the hips. Walk your feet as close as you can. So this is the forearm balance, beginning of the forearm balance. Is make sure that your elbows are right under your shoulders so you're not flaring up. Stay here. Shift your weight so much so all the weight is on your forearms. So you're not staying here. We're more trying to go as if we're trying to go into the forearm stand where the weight is right on our hands. Breathe. Drive the shoulders away from your ears, up. You're on your tippy toes. Engage your lower abs as if you got that elevated feeling so you can create connection to the core. And breathe. Few more. Stay with me, shoulder blades driving back. If you feel, another trick is, if you feel like your hands are flaring out and you can't maintain the width, what you can do is, you can grab a block and place your hands just like so, put them here, so your palms are facing down, and from here come into the shoulder stand. What it will do is, it will provide you feedback for your hands where they should be. And sometimes if we have a limited range of motion in our wrist, they will tend to roll out and slide out. And this just gives you a nice point of reference. Bend your knees, come down, put the block to the side, extend your arms. Tuck the toes under, down dog. So let's adjust our down dog. Come into the plank. Think about where your shoulders are in relationships to your forearm and to your elbow. Slight bend in the knee. Shoulder blades gliding back so we're not rounding up. Shoulder blades gliding back, finding the length. Then shift your weight back. This is the length of the down dog that you should be in. So whenever it feels a little uncomfortable, come into that and you will momentarily see the difference. So spread your feet out. Probably just shoulder width apart. Come into the plank. See if you move, you see I move. Shift back. Touch the ankle, come forward. Touch the ankle, come forward. Maybe you would need to bend your knees to be able to touch the ankle. That's just a relationship of how tight you are in your hamstrings. So as you can see, well, it's actually two. It's the hamstrings and also the tightness in your calves. I'm pretty flexible in my hamstrings, but my calves are really tight, so I have to bend the knees to be able to touch the calves. And let's put it all together. First, let's walk back in with standing forward fold. From here, walk your hands out without moving the hips. Walk your hands out into the plank. Adjust if needed. Push back into the down dog. Touch your right ankle. Come into the plank. Push down into the down dog. Touch the left ankle. Come back. Plank. Walk yourself back without shifting too much in the hips. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Engage your lower abs as if you're trying to roll yourself up to standing. Extend the arms out. And now rolling back. We're folding in. The reason why it's okay to roll in and to not stay neutral in the spine is because your abs are protecting a little bit. So chin to chest, shoulders rolling down. Roll, 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 roll. Come down into forward fold. Palms on the mat. Walk right, left, right. Shoulders are under the wrist. Hinge, push back. Touch the right ankle. Plank, push back. Touch the left ankle. Come back. Now walk back. Engage your abs so you're not going all the way around with your hips. You want minimal movement in the hips and shoulders. Slightly bend the knees. Roll up. Open up. And then come back down. Walk, walk. This will be our last one. Hinge back, touch the right. And let's walk, 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 and roll all the way up. Release your hands, come to the center. So this is our next one. Our feet are together and parallel. So I'll face you. It doesn't matter for me. So I was trying to show you the neutral spine. Yeah, this is better. Just like we're going into the chair pose. Inhale, hands up and over. Exhale, chair. Neutral spine, so the moment you feel tucking, come up. You will be on the high chair, not a problem. Bar stools are very popular right now, so stay here. Shoulder blades gliding back. Breathe. Raise your toes, find the feet connection. Exhale, hands behind you. And hinge forward. Let your chest rest on your thighs, on your quads. If your hands are spiraling out, like you can see right now, my hands are more forming an arch versus being together. That means they're too far. I came down way too far. Press them together so the palms are together, and now I'm higher up. Forward fold. Exhale, come up. Chair. Stay here. Exhale, hands behind you. Now, if your right thumb was up before, switch the hands. Forward fold. So this is like a half forward chair. Toes up, feet working. Extend the legs. Release the hands, come up. Exhale, hands namaste, stay here, close your eyes. Well, this is it for today. Until next time, Pilo-Yoga and FreeToBeFit. Stay healthy.